Hello and welcome to the Ladbrokes Mounting Yard Cox Plate edition. We've got a little bit of a change in the co-hosting chairs today. As you can see, the bloke on the end isn't 5 foot tall and 50 kilos. Instead, we're joined by two guys who could be in contention for Logies for their work on Moody on the mic next year. Most popular new talent, Peter Moody, and best supporting actor in a comedy, John Sadler. Thanks very much for joining us, Sads.
Thanks, Roger, and great to be here with Pete and see if we can come up with a winner for the viewers.
Well, that's always the challenge. We're going to kick things off with the Crystal Mile, and looking at the form here, guys, it doesn't seem to be some genuine milers there. The United States obviously won the Moonee Valley Cup last year, suited to a longer trip. It does look the class runner here. It is favourite, but where do you see the winner coming from?
Well, for starters, I've actually got a horse in it. I had a horse in it that we purchased from Lloyd Williams, a horse called Observational. But he's going to be scratched out of this race, so it's only going to leave 8 runners at this stage, Roger. So I'm tipping a really good day for Lloyd Williams and Rob Hickmott. I think the United States just wins the race. He'd be in a handicap race. He'd be giving a lot of these horses a lot of weight. So and I don't know whether he's had a hiccup in his preparation or not, but you know, he certainly could have been running in Cox Plate, this horse.
About you, Moots?
Yeah, well, listen, I'm with John. He's the class horse. He's the weight for age winner. Won the Randford a couple of runs back. Little concern why, you know, he didn't end up in the Cox Plate, like John said. But the top two of the class runners, he and Stratum Star. I've got a little interest in Ullman down the bottom. He's in here and the Sale Cup. Darren Weir's still not quite sure where he's going, but he's been racing super well, so hopefully he can bob his head up at some stage, but certainly the United States.
All right, it's going to make it easy when I bring the graphic up right now. We're all going for the United States, so if you actually trust us, get on. Race number 8 tomorrow is the Moonee Valley Cup. As we said, the United States won it last year. I would have picked him again if he'd been in it this year. He's not there. I like Excess Knowledge. I think it looks the class runner for mine. John?
Well, I've got a runner in it, Roger, and I think he'll run extremely well, this horse, the Bandit. He was only getting warm the other day in the Moe Cup. I mean, this meeting's going to hinge, or a lot of these horses that we're tipping or not tipping, the outcomes are going to hinge on the weather, of course, as to what happens over the next 24 hours. But I'm certainly wanting rain for my horse, the Bandit. I think he can run second in the race. I think there's a good thing in it. You know, any form around Jamaica, of course, is great form. And once again, weight-wise, I think this horse gets in really well. I like him a lot, and I think he's probably almost the best bet of the day.
You speak of which horse?
Gallant, didn't I tell you?
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Oh,
There you go,
sorry.
Gallant.
No, Gallant. Yeah, I just wanted to keep you. You know.
Hang us in suspense.
We thought you were writing a book there for a while. Unfortunately, we haven't seen Craig Williams, your co-trainer, helping here with the Bandit tomorrow. He's unfortunately suspended.
Yes, suspended. Would have got the arse anyway, Pete. But suspended. So I suppose it looks better for him, doesn't it, rather than getting the boot. Yeah.
No, well, listen, once again, I hate to write the script, but I think Gallant, the Sydney Cup winner, very well in at the weights, super behind Jamaica the other day, and you know, that 4 mine's just too strong. You tie it in, Caulfield Cup, Turnbull, Hartnell, Dart, too good.
So Galante and Excess Knowledge for me. Let's look now at the big one, the WS Cox Plate. Winks v Hartnell. Do you see a winner coming from outside those two gentlemen?
She's the best horse in the land. Probably and arguably the best in the world at 1.25 miles on turf. She wins. One alley, she's third the fence. They might be getting off the fence a bit by that time of the day, wet or dry. You wouldn't want to see it overly wet for her, but the valley drains pretty well. There'll be a bit of wear. They'll look to get off the fence a little bit. Bowman third the fence, up the inside. Arla last year wins. Really looking forward to seeing Yankee Rose, 47.5. Experience tells me horses improve massively off that first run at 1.25 miles. She only just got there against her own age, but beating the boys the other day in the Spring Champion, but it's a massive weight relief.
Sads?
I've got enormous respect for Winks, but I've just, this time in, Hartnell has just gone to another level. Whether he can keep that going, it's the track that worries me. The French horse trained by Andy Fabre.
Badamos, we talk of here, the Frenchie.
Is it Andy Fabre, Pete?
Andre Fabre, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I think he's that to his polo friends.
Okay, yeah.
You'd
Anyway,
fall into that category.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know enough about it. Obviously,
He's a jockey. Needs a jockey with Joe Moreira stuck in a typhoon. Ollie got suspended, so it's I think it's going to be its fourth booked jockey, and it hasn't even raced yet.
I think Mark Zara is in the running, and that's probably to be confirmed later today.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go for Hartnell to win.
My theory is that it's very easy to tip Winks, and no one gives a stuff if you tip it and she wins. So I'm going to back against her, and I'm just going to go for Yankee Rose. The 3-year-old form's been pretty good going in with 47.5. I think she might fly home, and I'll look like a genius if she does. So I'm going there. Let's go to the Manikato Stakes, which if you're watching this Saturday morning and we've completely stuffed this one, then just disregard. That's why we're doing it last. But we do see another champion going around in this, and that is Chautauqua. Barrier 1, not ideal. Sads, I know you've got a theory that maybe the champ doesn't get the job done here.
Yeah, I think, he's a great horse, isn't he? But those horses that do race, back in the field, they're not black caviars, Peter, are they? They're going to lose every now and again.
But they need luck.
They need luck. He's a terrific horse, of course, but I'm tipping the old War Warrior, Buffering. I thought his run in the Moya was really one out of the box. They went lickety-split in that race in the back. Well, Mick Price's good 3-year-old got home over the top of them. He wasn't that far away. I can see there's a few back markers in this race, Roger, and I can see Buffering maybe getting a little bit more of his own way out in front, and he's a wonderful horse also, and he's my tip for the race.
He likes the Valley too.
He does, he's super, and he'll improve off that run the other day. The other horse, I think, a little bit forgotten in the race is Holler. His form at the Valley's good. John O'Shea's only had his hands on him for a few weeks. He's been in quarantine on the trip back from Europe. I just hope he's been able to get enough work into him. And Capitalist, the 3-year-old. We've seen the 3-year-olds dominate the older horses in the sprints here so much. They're going to race forward in a race that probably once again doesn't have unbelievable speed outside of the obvious in Buffering. So the Buffering and Capitalist might be able to control this. Chautauqua superstar. You can never forget. But I've got to say, he looked a bit plain. The 3-year-old gapped him the other day, the last 100. He had an unimpeded run and he couldn't sprint with him. It's hard to see him get on an unimpeded run this time. So let's hope it brings him on. We love to see the great horses bounce back. So Buffering and Capitalist control the race up front if the weather doesn't arrive for Capitalist, and a big watch on Holler.
So, just so I can put one name in there.
Righto.
Buffering for Sads. One.
Holler each way.
Holler each way. I'm going English each way. Gay was pretty happy with it the other day, but then again, that's not a great surprise for Gay because she doesn't mind talking her horses up. That brings us to the end of the Cox Plate edition and Manikato Stakes edition of the Ladbrokes Mounting Yard. Sads, thanks very much for your time today.
Pleasure, Roger.
Look forward to you making another cameo on Moody on the mic on Tuesday when the great man will return. It's been some champagne comedy. Always a great time. Check it out, ladbrokes.com.au /The Wire. We'll see you here in the Mounting Yard next Friday.